Hello everyone, it's Mrs. Regular. Welcome to our first digital number corner. Since I can't see you guys at school, I'm going to try to do some of the things we used to do in number corner on this whiteboard screen. If you ever need to stop, feel free to hit the pause button because sometimes I'll ask you questions and ask you to do things with me. Let's look at our new number corner for April. We said goodbye to March and it is officially April. So our date is April 2nd, 2020. April is the month in red. 2 is our day, and remember there's our comma. 2020 is our year and is in blue. How would you write April 2nd, 2020 the short way, using only numbers? I'll give you a minute to see if you can remember how to do this, and then I'll show you the answer. Let's see if this is what you figured out. We would write 4-2-20. Remember, we write 20 because we copy the last 2 digits of the year. We write 2 because we keep the day the same. We write 4. Who remembers why? If you remember our months song, January, February, March, April. April is the 4th month. So we would write April 2nd, 2020, 4-2-20. Did you get it right? Next, let's look at April 2nd on our calendar. We can see the second day right here. What day of the week is April 2nd? Look at the days of the week up here to help you if you need. If you said Thursday, you're correct. April 2nd is a Thursday. Now let's look at what our calendar pieces are going to look like for the month of April. Yesterday was April 1st, so we need to look at yesterday's piece first. This month, every piece on our calendar is going to show us one of 4 things. It might show us length. Can you say length? That's how long something is. It might show us weight. Can you say weight? That's how heavy something is. It might show us capacity. That's a big word. Can you say capacity? That means how much of something can fit inside, such as liquid in a cup or something in a measuring spoon. How much of something goes inside. The last thing it might be is temperature. Can you say temperature? What do you think the calendar piece was yesterday for April, if you had to guess? Length, capacity, weight, or temperature? Let's see if your guess is correct. Yesterday, our calendar piece looked like this. It's a ruler measuring how long an eraser is. So yesterday, our calendar piece showed length. Now let's look at today's calendar piece. Today is April 2nd. If yesterday was length, what do you think our calendar piece is going to show us today? Capacity, weight, or temperature? Let's see if you're right. Here's our picture for April 2nd. We have a scale with 3 pencils over here and 2 pencils over here. The 3 pencils is a little bit lower because 3 pencils would be heavier than 2 pencils. That means today our calendar piece shows us weight. This is a scale showing us how heavy the pencils are today. Next, we're going to look at days in school. This isn't quite the same as school, but the last day you were at school was 125 days of school. Our new classroom is digital, so this is going to be our 126th day of school. Here are all our 10 frames filled from 125, but today we need to add a dot. If we counted these by 10, we would say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, and 125. Today we need to add one more dot to make 126. Let's look at other ways we can make 126. Here is our pretend chain with links. I couldn't draw 125 links, so you'll have to use your imagination about the links at school that got us through 120. Here's our next set of 10. Here's our hook, and I have 5 red chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What color chain do we need to add today? If you said blue, you're right. This is our first blue chain, which will give us 126 days of school. The last thing we're going to look at is 126 on a number line. Here is our number line. We have 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, and 125. Today, we need to write 126. I've made all the odd numbers red. That means those numbers are not numbers that you can share fairly. What color will 126 be today? If you said green, you're right. 126 is an even number because it ends in 6. Let's write 126. Here's 126. Now let's put it on the number line. Do you know what number days of school it will be tomorrow? We'll see if you're right tomorrow. Here's a new activity for the month of April. In March, we graphed if our weather days were like lambs or lions. This month, we're graphing frogs and toads. I have a spinner here for frogs and toads. I can't spin it for you to see it, so I'll show you what it spins on, and then we will color it in our graph. It's our first day today, so let's see what happens. I'm going to spin the spinner. It landed on frog. So today we're going to color in one piece on our frog side of our graph. So, how many pieces does our frog have? Right, 1. How many pieces does the toad have? 0. We're going to use that information from our graph to make a number sentence. Today is going to be pretty easy since it was our first spin. Let's look back. How many frog pieces? So we're going to write 1 for frog. How many toad pieces? Right, so we're going to write 0 for toads. What is 1 plus 0? Pretty easy. It's 1. Tomorrow we'll write a new number sentence to match our new graph. Here's the last part of your number corner for today. It's a word problem challenge. Here's the word problem for today. Mrs. Wriggler had 12 apples in her basket. 2 apples fell out and rolled away. How many apples does Mrs. Wriggler have left? You could use your fingers to solve this problem. You could draw circles, or you could use another strategy. First, you need to decide if this is a plus problem or a minus problem. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but I will help you with some important words in our word problem today. Mrs. Wriggler had 12 apples in her basket. 2 apples fell out and rolled away. How many apples does Mrs. Wriggler have left? Those are some key words that should help you decide if it's a plus problem or a minus problem. Once you've figured that out, see if you can figure out the answer and put your answer into an awesome number sentence. I would love for you to share your number sentences with me in the comments below. That way I can see if you're correct. Good luck! And happy Thursday! I can't wait to see you tomorrow for more Number Corner.